All right. So this is going to be my presentation on a forensic investigation. So what is forensic investigation? From what I was able to gather, it's using like technology and um, data from like hard drives and the I don't know social media just data um, to analyze it and use it to and either incriminate people, solve a crime. Um, you can use it to find out who was responsible for like hacking a company or something. It seems pretty useful. Let's see. So in 1984, the FBI established the Computer Analysis and Response Team, which was the part of the FBI used to investigate cybercrime. Um, In the late 90s, software tools started coming out to help the FBI with analyzing data. One of these tools was EnCase, which EnCase is a program that helps creates a mirror image of a hard drive. And another one of these tools was the FTK, the Forensic Toolkit, which did the same thing as EnCase. It was a competitor to EnCase. Um, but technology has grown rapidly, and there's a lot more forensic toolkits, and I mean there's a lot more just tools to help us with forensic investigation, which one of them I'll be showing later. Um, yeah, there are lots of programs to help with forensic investigation. Um, One of the programs that helps was Wireshark, which I've used it in a previous class of mine, so I figured I could use it again. It is a pretty fun website to mess around with, and I think it's pretty interesting to look at. And I think is useful. Wireshark like tracks packets that are being sent and out of either your Wi-Fi or your whatever device you're looking at, or you could look at a certain website. Really, it analyzes the traffic of what um, you're looking at. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much it for my essay. The um, I thought it was a pretty interesting paper to write. I wish I didn't procrastinate on it because could have put a lot more. Um, could have made it better probably if I had more time. But yeah, there's lots of useful tools out there, and it seems like they all seem pretty useful, the ones I've looked into. Anyway, I'll go over my PowerPoint. Let me figure out how to put it into the full screen mode. Um, it's better, I guess. All right. So, um, so I briefly talked about the history of forensic investigation in my paper, but I'll talk about a different part of the history here. This was a story when I was trying to just research and random stuff to write down for the history of forensic investigation. I found this story and I thought it was very interesting. However, I couldn't find a way to fit it in my paper, so I figured I'd put it here, which is the story of the Morris worm, which was the first internet distributed attack. So in 1988, a college student named Robert Morris created a worm as an experience. He released the worm, but it spiraled out of control. It was just like an experiment. I don't think he was planning for it to be out of control, unless he was lying when he said that, which is always a possibility. Um, but it slowed down the computers of several different colleges and slowed down emails that were sent. and it caused a lot of money and damages. I put on the presentation around $100,000, but some people say could have been in the millions. It was like from 100,000 to a million, so I just figured I just put the littlest amount. But the attack awoke a lot of people up to the dangers of entering to the internet and to viruses. And so there's going to be there's lots of tools used for forensic investigation. Wireshark, which is the tool that I have the most that I'm most familiar with, but I talked about that one in the paper already. Autopsy is an application that is used to analyze data on hard drives, phones, laptops, etc. It is an application that anyone could use, so you can go to this company's website and download it. And then they have like a course on the website that could teach you how to use it more effectively, which I think is pretty cool. And magnet RAM capture. Magnet RAM capture is used to create an image of information on a computer. You can use this to find data on someone's hard drive. The software doesn't have much of a memory footprint, so most data won't be overwritten when you use the software. Yeah. Now this one is a bit outdated. It was last updated in 2019. But I'm sure it's still useful though. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the slideshow. Yeah. Anyway, let me show you Wireshark. It's pretty interesting, I think. Oops. All right, so here is Wireshark. So if you click on this little blue fin right here, so oops, hang on, gotta go to do something. All right, so we're going to go with my Wi-Fi. Whoops, we can go with my Wi-Fi, and we're going to analyze the data on it. And you can see all the packets that are coming in on my Wi-Fi that I'm on. There's a lot to look at here. You can press this red button to stop it, and you could find out just everything that's going on. Then, I mean, you got the time that these messages, that these packets were sent. You got the source IP address, destination IP address, or you got a MAC address down here. You got the protocol that it used. Then you have the length right here in this column, and you got the info in this column right here. Yeah, but it's pretty cool to look at. I think here, let's start it again. Oh, without saving. But yeah, it's pretty fast too. A lot to look at, but you could use this website if like if you're like getting a packet from a website you're not familiar with, and you do more investigating into that, you can find the IP address and then do the research to find out what company, or if you should be receiving that at all. Yeah. I think I want to stop it now. All right. Which one do I want to look at? Oh, and you could click on the packet to see the data that's in the packet, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, but that's pretty much a Wireshark. It's a very useful tool. I've used it before in what was the name of that class? TN355, I think. But it was a very I used it a little bit in that class, because that class you got to deal with um, IP addresses. But yeah. Anyway, this is Wireshark. This is the last thing I wanted to show you. Very useful. I'd highly recommend it if you haven't already, but I'm sure you have. Anyway, that's it. See you later.